Alrighty, so welcome to this practice. This is an extended version of the joint release. So this is another one of the practices that kind of flagged in the 30 days of Qigong that people really enjoyed. And so what we thought we'd do is give you an extended version of the joint release, which you could do any time as a warm-up to your practice, or you could also do it as a practice all on its own. So let's stand for a moment in our, you know what it is, Wuji. And if you want to be seated, you can do that too. And get a sense of your body in space and really soften down into ground, really soften down into support. And then take your hands left over right for women, right over left for men, and place them one over the other on your lower dantian, your lower abdomen, so beneath your navel. And just take a moment here to breathe and feel your breath in your belly. You can have your eyes open or closed. And sense what you're here for. Sense your intention for your practice today. Just letting your body be as it is. So not trying to change anything, but just considering your aspiration for practice. Take a long, slow, smooth breath in through both of your nostrils. And exhale out of your mouth. Softening your knees, tucking your tail, releasing your arms by the sides of your body. Inhale here, and then exhale your chin down towards your chest, and just roll your right ear over to your right shoulder. And then bring your chin back to center and try that on the left hand side. So you could inhale or exhale out, it doesn't matter. Just kind of feel into smooth movement, rolling your head from side to side. Just rolling towards the shoulder, opening opposite side of the throat and the neck. And just do that one more time each way. Really going by feel, and bring your chin back towards the center of your chest, and then consciously lift your head and place it evenly. It's like you're placing a bowling ball on the top of your spine. That's how heavy our head is. Just take a moment to feel the resiliency of this spinal column receiving your head. And then bring your attention to your face. So we're going to do some face stretching, some mouth stretching. So just drop your bottom jaw open. And then slowly close the bottom jaw. And do that 2 more times. So open. And close. 1 more. And close. A wide open mouth, and just jiggle your jaw a little side to side. And then take your lips and your mouth towards the left and look towards the right with your eyes without moving your head. And then come back to center and let your face and your head settle. And then try the other side, so lips to the right, eyes to the left. And let everything come to center, and notice that release of tension that you might feel in the upper body. And then start to swing your arms in the pump. So remembering to keep your knees a little bit bent. Keep your body loose, loosey-goosey. Swing and swing. A couple more times, just swinging, releasing the shoulders. Good. And then let that slow down and just lift your right shoulder forward up towards your ear, and then back in towards your spine, and then down. And try that a couple more times, smoothly rolling forward, up, in towards your spine, and then down. And let your right arm hang, and notice if it feels a little lower now. And then try left. So forward, up, in towards your spine and down. And try that 2 more times, lubricating the shoulder joint. And your breath will naturally begin to soften. And then do both shoulders. Rolling them up and back, forward, up. Squeeze the shoulder blades in together and then down, and one more. And then pause and feel. So this is a really important part of regulating our nervous system, and that is taking a moment to notice the effect that the movement has just had on the body. It's really important. So then bring your hands together and give them a squeeze. And then ring your fingers one way and then the other way. And then rotate your wrists one way and then the other way. And then use the muscles of your hands, your fingers, to become like claws. So claw, claw. Feel the muscles in your fingers and then flick. Flicking away tension and then shaking. Shaking and then lifting your hands up above your heart. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. A little bit more. Let your arms get really wobbly and loose. And then slowly lower the hands down. And I love to take a moment here to sink and pause and feel my hands, my arms, fingers. Feel the energy running through your arms, your fingers. And then give your fingers a little bit of a wriggle. How did that feel? So now we're going to go down to the feet. Lean all of your weight over onto your left leg and start to rotate your right ankle one way and then the other way. And then give your right leg a shake. Just shake, let tension fall out of your right leg, and then place that down and take your weight onto your right leg and lift your left foot up. Rotate and then release back and then shake, shake and shake, and then place that foot down and then sink a little. So sink and then rise, and you might come up onto tippy toes, you don't have to though, and then sink. And then rise and sink and then rise. And then just pause and feel and let your body settle into ground. Take your attention to your pelvis now. Just your pelvis. We're going to isolate it. So tip your tail back. So you're creating a little arch in your lower back, and then cup your pelvis forward. So pubic bones moving forward, and then tilt back, create that little sway. If you have got some lower back stuff going on, just take a moment here to back off. So don't push quite so far with your tilting. It's really important. And one more little cup. And then bring your pelvis back to neutral and start to create some big circles. So hip circles. You can make them big You can make them small and then go back in the opposite direction. Great. And then come back to center, and here inhale and open. So now we've done a little flexion through the pelvis. Now we're going to do the whole spine. So we're inhaling and opening the conception vessel, the front in front of the spine, and then exhale and we're rounding governing vessel down the back of the spine. Inhale, open. And then exhale and round. So it's like a standing or a seated cat-cow. Couple more. Follow your breath. One more. Exhale and round. Good. And then inhale, come back to standing and bring your fingertips just above your eyebrows, or right on your eyebrows in fact, and then start to pummel and tap up over your forehead and over the top of your head. So we are tapping or pummeling the bladder meridian, which is really helpful for bladder and kidney, so good for energy, good for releasing the back body. So we're coming over the top of the head, drop your chin to your chest, come down the back of your head, tap, 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 and tap over the back of your neck. So when we're tapping down the back of the body, we're never tapping on the spine. So kind of release to the sides of the spine, the sides of the neck, and into the upper back, and get yourself set here with knees a little bit more bent, and then fold forward, reach out, and then reach all the way up. And bring your fists or your hands as high up your back as you can get, and really let your back of your neck be soft, and pummel, pummel, pummel down either side of the spine with the intention to release tension in the back body and invigorate, calling in energy. So come to lower back and then do one buttock. I like to isolate and do one buttock and then the other buttock, pummel, 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 and then down the backs of the legs. Using your fist or your hand. Remember those 8 nests? We've got the backs of the knees here, give them special attention. Backs of the calves, all the way down, and then tap off the little toes. So along the outside of each foot and the little toes. And then come on up, roll slowly up. And then from here, flush. So take your hands up and over your head, down the back, and flush off the little toe, the pinky side, and roll up. And let's do that one more time. So we're kind of weeping willow down and weeping willow up, and we flush over the top of the head, down the back of the body, flush and flush and flush, and then roll up. And sink. And then from here, last couple of little movements, we're going to rock forward a little and rock back. And you can do this vigorously if you want, or you can do it nice and slowly. And this is activating those kidney 1 points which are on the sole of the foot, ready for us to take in earth energy each time we take a step. And then maybe do a little bounce. So you could bounce. I like to bounce and look around and notice what's happening around me. So just take a moment to bounce. Do your bouncing your way. You might be seated in a chair and you can bounce that way. And bounce, 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 and maybe even give a little shake. You could nod your head a little bit. And maybe even imagine tension dropping away from the body into the ground and returning to you as renewed energy. a renewable force. And then take a moment to drop and sink back into your Wuji, taking your hands onto your lower dantian. Left hand over right for women, right hand over left for men. Maybe close your eyes. Feel your breath and sense your aspiration for today, for this practice. And when you feel ready, you could allow your eyelids to open, reconnecting to the outer world and stepping into whatever is next. So, thank you for practicing with us again. And if it's your first time, welcome. If you like this video, you know what to do. And let us know how your body feels right now. How do you feel, Jule?
Oh, I feel so good. I've got new appreciation for Qi Gong.
Yeah.
I've done it for years, but just maybe it's here in the forest, but it's just...
So good. So if you didn't hear that and if it didn't come through, Jule just said she has a renewed appreciation for Qigong in the forest. How good. So, thank you, thank you, thank you. See you next time. Bye for now.